Hello, everyone.
Hello. How are you all tonight? Are you doing well?
They said yes.
Good. Oh, great.
Great.
Good. Okay, so Trista obviously has the live feed into the audiences at home. We are so incredibly excited to have you here tonight. This is part 2 of our live streaming. As you can see, we're in a little bit of a different space. We are so excited. Earlier, we were rehearsing, and Trista and I were here by ourselves not by ourselves, but we have this fabulous Seattle Lives tech crew, and they were walking us through everything. And then one by one, the actors started arriving. And I don't know how you felt, but for us, it was like old home week.
Yeah.
We are so thrilled. You know, we do theater for you, but we also really focus on our actors and our designers. And so it was really nice. You're going to see some familiar faces tonight, so that'll be a lot of fun. And we're just so gracious to all of them for basically coming and helping us out raise money.
Yeah, we have the best actors and designers in the world.
Hopefully you have had a chance to go on to Max Giving. Our website for the live auction for the bid is right below us. Look at that. And here's the really funny thing about TV that I just learned. Trista knew this already. It's reversed. So in reality, I'm on Trista's right, but on the screen, I think I'm on her left.
I don't know.
I don't know. But anyway, right below us is the Celebrate Centerstage 2020.maxgiving.bid. So you can still go there. The silent auction items are still open. They we have bids on a lot of them, but start bidding up because I'm not sure what we are at.
We're about 12.
As far as I think we're about 12.5 right when we started. So we don't have that up for us right now. But so we're oh my gosh, we're at 14. So yay, that's great. We only have 20,000 more to go.
That's right.
No problem. No problem.
15 minutes and we're done.
So hopefully you are already registered. You've seen all our emails and all of that. And I think I'm going to throw it to you because you were going to tell them how to bid.
Yeah, I can go over a few things. So once you get to this here website, you will see this one, right? It's so weird because it's not there, but it is. It's magic. So you'll go to that site and it will pop up. If you have not visited the site yet, it will say register. It will bring you to a register page. Super simple, super fast to register. If you already have, then you'll just log in like you normally would. I will say one little weird thing that I know I personally encountered and a couple other people I know. Sometimes if you have already registered and put in your credit card information, the next time you sign in, it will prompt you to put in your credit card again and say you can't bid without a credit card, even if you've already put one in. I don't know why it's doing that, but don't let it discourage you because I didn't realize and I put another one that and I was like, what is happening? So just if that happens, once you log back in, if it wants you to give another credit card and you've already put one in, you can just go up to the top and hit bidding, donations, whatever, and you'll be fine. So I just want to get that out there because it confused me. So once you get up there, you'll see 4 tabs. You'll see the home tab, bidding, donations, and item sales. And so bidding is, of course, where the bidding is. So we have actually directly sold some items already. They're already gone.
Thank you to all those people who
Yes, thank you. We've sold a few Powell's Woods Garden annual membership, a home and garden certificate, a cool piece of artwork, some hard cider. Someone directly bought some hard cider. Thai Bistro, Matador, Costco, so a bunch of gift cards. So thank you to those bidders that bought those outright. And then we've got bids going on pretty much every other item. So hop on those because this is your last chance. The bidding is going to close tonight at 8 o'clock. We've talked about this so many times and I forgot.
I think 7:30 is the cutoff time, but
yes.
I think we've built a little bit in there. So
just
if you get in there at 7:30. Also, I wanted to say in full disclosure, this is the first time that we've ever done anything like this before. And the Seattle Lives crew has been so amazing in walking us through and getting us mic'd up and all of that. And now it's on us. And so forgive us. We're used to live theater, not at going out to the masses.
Yes.
So, but we've had a lot of fun getting this all, and hopefully we'll have a lot of fun tonight.
Yes. So if there are any glitches or it's us. it's suddenly
Definitely
getting overwhelmed or confused, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it together. It's gonna be good. So yeah, I walked you through the bidding. Hit those up. You can favorite items if you want to keep checking back. But once you bid on something, it will be under. It'll say My Items when you hit on bidding on the top there. It'll say My Items, and then like when I click on mine, I see the 2 things that I have current bids on right now. So you can do that, and then you can keep track of them. And then if you're doing it on your phone, you will get a text if someone has outbid you. So keep checking back just in case you miss a text. But that's a really great way to know. If you are currently watching this on the Max Giving site, then we encourage you to open up another window with the bidding so that you can kind of do both things. If you're watching this on your computer, maybe open Max Giving on your phone. Having a few different screens can actually be really helpful right now if you are an owner of a few different screens. If you are on our Facebook page, if you're watching this on Facebook Live, then hello. But if you're watching this on Facebook Live, you can actually chat live. Helen, Marion, and some of our board members are in on the chat. Mickey Rowe is here as well, and they're keeping an eye on the live chat for us. So if you have any questions or comments, they may be able to answer. If there's something that we can answer for you up here, they'll throw the question to us.
Hopefully. We're not totally sure how that's going to work.
It's going to work where Helen's going to text me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go off
so
stage
if we have
and
our
check my
phones,
phone.
Yeah.
So it's going to be great. So just be patient if you do ask a question. It takes a little while for us to get back to you. That's why. So yeah, you can engage with us there. Let's see. Bidding. Donations is a really important tab. Later on this evening, we are going to be doing our Raise the Paddle Fund to Need. And those funds are going to be going directly towards our actors and directors for this next coming season. So that's the goal is we want, it takes a lot of people to make theater happen. But we kind of chose this chunk of people to be the place where that money goes. Our actors and our designers and our directors are all really important to us. Our contractors are really important to us. But again, like Angela said, our actors have gone above and beyond so many times since this crisis hit to continue to support us. So we will get to that. But of course, you can also give to that at any time. But we will have a specific focus on that later.
So if you're going to give, wait until we get to the Fund to Need Raise the Paddle, because otherwise
so exciting.
Trista and I are going to be standing here going, okay. All right. So
anyone? Thanks, Mom. And we do already have a bunch of people who have given, so we'll shout y'all out when we get there. And we will also go over some fun thank you gifts that you get at certain levels for giving. And that is what's on the site for tonight. So we're going to stick with the bidding and the donations. We have a lot of really fun stuff planned. We have performances for you. We have some really great videos. The next thing, though, that we're going to hit, so we're going to talk about next season. Now, we have a little bit of a preamble here. The first and most important thing I want to say is there will be a season. That is, I know that may sound like, okay, but really, we have been working so hard to make sure that we have found material that will allow us to bring the professional live theater that you know and love to you regardless of what is going on at that point in time. So that means a lot of things. It means a lot of things with rights and distribution. Not every show can be put on a live stream like this. Not every show can be recorded. There are legalities. There's actor safety to take into consideration. Yeah. For instance, Angela and I are able to maintain social distance right now. All the scenes you'll see tonight will be, people will be solo or socially distant. But we're not able to do that in most, try to imagine noises off or some sort of physical farce, and you can't just get within 6 feet, it's not going to work. So that combination of having to find all of those things has made this very different season selection than normal. So we are going to go over the season, but I just want you to know that there are going to be some different things. And the first thing that's especially different is the very first show is I Don't Know Yet. And that's not the name of the show. It's really TBD. So our first show is going to be October 2nd to the 25th. And this is the only one that's TBD. I promise it's not going to be a list that says TBD all the way down, although that would be kind of funny. Just for the simple reason that we know the kind of show that we want to bring you. I'm very sure on what I'm looking for. But again, finding something that we can live stream so that we can keep live audiences small, but still bring it to a maximum number of people, something that keeps the actors safe, that is a thing. So the good Lord willing, as my Nana always says, hi Nana, the good Lord willing, in about 2 weeks, we will know for sure what that show is. But our Christmas show this year is going to be in our normal slot on the 25th. It's going to be the 1940s Christmas Radio Hour. And For those of you that are Panto fans, don't worry. Put it on hold. Don't panic. I'm a huge Panto fan, so I get it. Don't panic. The 1940s Christmas Radio Hour is a musical. It's super fun. It's super safe because it's put on like a radio show, but you can still enjoy it as an audience. So it takes place in the 1940s in a radio station. They're putting on their Christmas show, and not only do you get to see kind of the fun and shenanigans of the show, you get to see all the behind-the-scenes radio stuff. And so for those of you who maybe you have grandkids who have never the only radio they have ever heard is maybe like in Target. Yeah. I don't know and all the way to those of you who remember listening to radio dramas as a kid, this should be a really fun walk down memory lane and a really fun traditional Christmas piece. In the new year, and we have announced this one already, in our February slot, we're going to be doing Oscar Wilde's The Importance of Being Earnest. This was one that we were so looking forward to this year. We've got a great crew, a great design team, a great director, and we were really excited to bring this to you. And Oscar Wilde doesn't care when we do it or how much we do it because dead. That's a downer. Anyway, so we're going to be doing that one still, and we are going to be bringing that to you in that winter slot, January 29th to February 21st. Like I said, same cast, same crew, same director. Our spring show this year, I'm really excited about it. This is called, it's a play called Within the Law. And Within the Law is actually a play that was written in the early 1900s and was so successful that it was immediately made into a novel as well. And we are doing a new adaptation of it. This is a show about a young woman who's falsely accused of something. She gets imprisoned, and once she gets out, she vows revenge on those who have wronged her. And it is so fun. And it's tense, it's thrilling, but it's also incredibly cathartic. So yes, after 2020, let's definitely have a cathartic show. And that one is an adaptation of the original script by Bayard Villiers, and it is actually going to be adapted by Joshua Gerard, who you will see perform tonight. He is also a budding playwright, and so we're going to bring him on board, and he and I are going to work together. So that's something really special. That's a big first for us. And then our final show is going to be Puss in Boots, a not so holiday panto, because it will be summer, but we would never think of doing a season and not bringing you the panto. This is Centerstage. We would never do such a thing. So we are going to be doing Puss in Boots, written by Vince Brady. If you loved Robin Hood, Rapunzel, Little Red Riding Hood, you will love this because he is the panto genius. He is Federal Way's very own panto god. Vince Brady is going to come back and he's going to write Puss in Boots for us, and we are cheekily calling it our not-so-holiday pantomime because, if we were in Great Britain, where they always, panto means Christmas, Christmas means panto. It might be weird, but this is Federal Way, Washington. We're rogues. And we've gone wild. And we're in the midst of a pandemic. And so we can't put you all in the same room. Yeah. So like I said before, the possibility of it still being just not safe. As you know, our closing weekend especially, and throughout the run, we often sell out. And so 240 people all packed into one room together is not safe, and it's not safe for the actors. So that show tends to be our largest cast. We tend to have anywhere from 17 to 20 people on stage, including small children. And there's no way to viably do it in a way that keeps our actors safe. So what we've done is we've pushed that to the end of the season. And we've even got a couple contingency plans in place, even with that, to make sure that we are able to bring you that. Because for me, man, I love a panto so much. So like I said to Angela, no matter what happens, we're having a panto. It means we're moving it, but it is happening. So don't worry. And then you get to tell all your kids that ask you every year when the next panto is. After that, it's going to be only just a hop, skip, and a jump until December. So then we'll go back to our regularly scheduled holiday. Season tickets are going to be on sale really soon, so keep your eyes open for that. And that's what our season looks like. So we are really excited. We've got our TBD, our Christmas show, Importance of Being Earnest, our really great thriller adaptation, and then our panto. And so you know that we have been working really hard to streaming is probably going to be the next wave of theater for the next year or so. Mm-hmm. So we are working really hard Trista's actually been applying for rights that we know we can get the streaming rights to. So that means if you don't feel comfortable coming out yet, yes, you'll still be able to purchase a ticket and watch it in the comfort of your own home. Mm-hmm. That is also something that we are wanting to kind of continue into the future post this whole COVID thing, because we are working really hard on
making our theater accessible to our friends who have disabilities. And sometimes they're not able to get to the theater because there may be physical barriers or something like that. So we're hoping that we'll be able to continue the streaming so that they can see that. We are also looking forward to offering our sensory-friendly performances as well. So if those of you who knew that we did that in the Panto, we're going to be doing that again this year. Yes. So I mentioned actors. We are so fortunate. We have a special treat. When we knew we were going to end up doing this streaming, we decided to ask our actors what they thought of Centerstage Theater. A little hesitantly, but we were pretty sure they would say good things. So we have a video for you all to watch. You're going to see three different videos. The first one has two people in it, Cassie Jo Fastebend, which you would have seen her in, she was just in Robin Hood, and she was also in Pajama Game. Then you will, and Jacob Tice is also in that. Jacob Tice was Watson in Hound of the Baskervilles, and he was also the director and murderer in musical comedy Murders of 1940. Then you will see we like to call her our very own Helen Marion. Yes. We like that because she's been the Panto Princess 3 out of the last 4 years, yes. But she's also, she's the third, the third of the triumvirate of Centerstage Theater. She is our operations and marketing manager that came on with us in September. And if you've received emails from us, she is the brains behind that. And so she's going to talk about Centerstage and what it means to her. And then that video will wrap up with Jeff Wallace, who you saw him in Your Good Man Charlie Brown last season. But you've also seen his handiwork because he has been a set dresser and made everything look beautiful on stage.
Set dresser and scenic artist.
So this is our video. So enjoy a few words about what actors think what they think about Centerstage.
My name's Cassie Fastebend.
And I'm Jacob Tice.
And we're here to tell you a little bit about our experience working for Centerstage as actors, mainly from the Tacoma community. I'd just like to speak a little bit first on how pleased I am that I finally had the opportunity to start working for Centerstage a couple years ago. After being an actor here for about 8 years or so, I never had an opportunity to see what it was like to work up in Federal Way, and Trista and Angela have done a lot of work to reach out to communities surrounding Federal Way, specifically the South Sound Tacoma area. I appreciate that, and my experience has been, pretty lovely ever since getting the chance.
Yeah, it's true. They have a really warm and welcoming environment there. There's a lot of space to explore and learn and teach and be taught, and it's really a lovely space for that reason. I also think it represents such a wonderful bridge between two theater communities in Seattle and the Tacoma Olympia region that respect each other and love one another, but don't often get the opportunity to share a stage or share a working environment. And Federal Way, being between the two, provides such a wonderful place for those interactions to happen, for us as South Sound actors to meet and interact with and get to know some of our Seattle colleagues that otherwise we might not be able to meet or be exposed to. So Federal Way has provided so much in terms of just new friends and new networks and new opportunities to meet exciting people. And that has been really wonderful and really rewarding about Centerstage.
Yeah, well put. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks so much. We'll see you at the theater.
Hi everyone, my name's Helen. My pronouns are she, her, and I am a 3-time Panto Princess, and I now have the great privilege of serving Centerstage in an administrative capacity as Operations and Marketing Manager. What does Centerstage mean to me? As an actor, it's been such a wonderful place to work and grow. As an Asian actress, much of my career has been spent playing the Asian girl, and Centerstage was the first place that gave me a professional leading role that was not race specific. I was just Little Red, just because. And that was a really lovely experience for me. I've really loved working for Centerstage as a parent. I have 4 kids, and my kids have been made so welcome in the office, in rehearsal, in auditions, in the box office, and Centerstage has just done such an incredible job of supporting me as a parent.
Centerstage Theater, Trista and Angela and Mo and a lot of the production team, you guys know I love you. And if you didn't know why, I live for a lot of reasons. I think just every time I've been a part of a production, be it the design component or on stage as an actor, it's just a fun environment. Just you come excited knowing that you get to create art with people who are passionate about the arts, and I love how collaborative you are. I love your educational programs. I just love the things that you stand for, and just your policies and different things like that. And I'm also so grateful that you were one of the first theaters to take a very big chance on me with helping design and decorate your largest set that I've seen in that space, Musical Comedy Murders. That brought out so much creativity and passion in me that I hadn't used in a long time, and since then has kind of snowballed and continued on, and I'm forever grateful for that. But yes, I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you open up the curtain again soon.
Thanks,
Oh, we
y'all.
love them so much. And you'll actually get to see Cassie and Jacob in a few minutes.
They're going to perform.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are now, I believe, I'm looking at the thing, and so we are now, the part that scares us the most is the live auction
Hang on,
items.
Angela.
Oh, sorry.
I
Something
changed
different?
dresses to throw Angela as a joke, and she just like nothing. Didn't even react.
So that's
and
why you were just standing there waiting for me?
Yes, I had this whole thing. I was gonna like say this funny repartee and like all that, and she just was like, "Oh, different dress."
Next time.
Anyway, yeah. Now you know it's probably just a little bit of insight into what it's like to work with me.
That is the only outfit you have, other outfit, right?
Yes,
Good.
it is. On that note, what time is it? Let's see. All right, so we're about 6:22. If we raise, how much do you want to say in the next half hour, including bids?
1,000?
1,000. If we can move the meter up another $2,000 in the next 30 minutes, which is not counting the big fund and need push, so this is bids, everything like that, I will dress like a pirate. I have a full pirate dress. I have a pirate hat. I have plumage.
All
in my
right, so
pirate
we are
hat.
at 15.5.
Yep.
So when we get to 17.5 in the next 30 minutes.
Yep, then I'll dress as a pirate. And if not, then you just missed out on the greatest spectacle.
All right,
really
so
cool dress and I wanna
live
wear it.
auction, we got to keep going.
Yes. What do we got? Live auction item number 1.
All right.
Okay, live auction item number 1 is the Panto. Your name mentioned in the Panto. So you're gonna get your name written on the Panto set. And here's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna give you all a minute because this is new. I know this is terrifying for us. Terrifying. Go under bidding. If you scroll down, I believe it's towards the bottom, you will see it says live auction item, your name in the Panto. There's a starting bid of $100. And what we're gonna do is, I think, as you put in a bid, then we will see your name pop up on the screen. So again, this is new territory for us. So that is the item. We're starting the bid at $100. What that means is that somewhere on the set, your name will be prominently featured. It's not gonna be like a Where's Waldo. You're not gonna have to dig around for it. You are going to be able to see your name. I think one year we had it in Beauty and the Beast. We had it like along the bottom of a, we do have bidder number 151. You know who you are. We don't know you except for your numbers.
Yes.
So we have $100 bid for this at bidder 151. So we're gonna keep this going for a couple minutes so you can have a moment. I wanted to find a picture of the one in the Beauty and the Beast, but I couldn't find it.
Oh, yeah.
It was like in the Beast's palace on the bottom.
Okay, feel free to bid while we're talking.
Please do, because we're just gonna keep talking, and I can just keep talking. So you're only gonna let somebody get away with this for $100 to have their name on the Panto? The Panto is the highest selling show we have all season. So we will have somewhere on the set your name, whether maybe a shop in the town belongs to you, or something along the bottom. I think of Beauty and the Beast in the ballroom. We had it in the bottom.
Somebody's gonna let it go for
I know.
100?
Which, I mean, okay. That's fine.
$100. Oh, we've got 150. All right,
okay.
all right.
We have $150.
All right, thank
So
you.
now this is
Thank
a little
you.
less awkward than it was.
It is,
So for $150, we're going to just keep pattering for a minute. so that you
Bidder
can
185.
see. Thank you, Bidder
So
185.
bid 151, you don't want to let this go.
That's
do you?
true.
We don't
and
know
of course,
who you are.
We will also make sure it won't just be a one and done thing. You won't have to tell. People won't be like the fish you caught that was that big. We will have a photo of it, professionally taken photo by Michelle Smith-Lewis, who is our photographer, and she will take it, and we will even frame it. And
there we go. We got, all right. So
Bidder
bid 150. Thank you, 151.
Yes,
we
is
don't know
at
who you are,
200.
but thank you so much.
I know, it's weird
We're
not to
at
know your
200.
names.
Yeah, because normally, we're in, we've got
And we
people
see your
bidding, and
faces.
we see your faces, and we miss you so much.
It's mysterious.
Yes, and we do want to shout out to all of the pictures that you're seeing that are up here are
Michelle's work.
Michelle Smith-Lewis photography. She has been our photographer since before we were here.
True.
So she comes in and deals with our wacky craziness and takes pictures. So all right, we're only
We're
at
gonna give
$200.
you 30 more seconds to hop in if you want it for, want to outbid
All right,
our
$185.
$200.
Come on.
I know,
151.
really.
And you
I don't know
what?
who you are, but I'm going to find out. And I'm going to shake my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can have the picture taken for you of the set. We may even put a person in it if we're feeling generous. Put
Maybe.
a person in that picture.
Maybe.
And I'll just have a picture. So are we going to do for 200?
200 is all it's going to go for?
I guess so. I don't think we auctioned this off last year, so we don't really have anything to compare it to.
Yeah, we don't. I know in the past it's gone for a lot more than 200.
Well, for goodness sake.
But I think we have 15 seconds left.
Okay. I'm going to count down in my head while Angela tells a story. Go, Angela.
All right, story. So I have no fun.
I just put you on the spot. All right, going once, going twice for $200.
Come on, 185. Get in there, 250.
I know, whoever they are, they're
250.
really letting me down. Watch it be my husband.
Yeah.
It's probably my husband. All right, 151, Bidder 151. You will have your name on the Panto set this year. Thank you so very much. We have a live performance for you right now. We are going to have a performance by Cassie. Cassie Jo Festiben, who you saw just a few minutes ago, is going to come on and she's going to perform a piece that she actually wrote herself, and she's going to sing and play because she is wildly talented. She's going to come on and perform a song called Fairy Tale, so we're going to let her do that right now.
I see you, you've got a smile that makes me wanna cry. Wanna need you the way you look, the way you feel inside. You take me by the hand, oh, I just wanna die. Oh, you make me so utterly insane. And you've got a knack to infatuate me. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. My dear, I want to be there every single day. To watch you, learn to watch you grow and watch you play. I'll never be bored, 'cause I just like the way you brush your teeth, the way you smile when you fix your tea, and what you say to me. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh. Ooh. If there ever is a fairy tale to detail every move you make, your enthusiasm really, really sets on fire. With step you take. I was born to be a songbird, singing in your apple tree, till I save you from the spell where you're confined, and we fly off happy as can be, so happily. So happily. So will you accompany me on this little quest? We'll set sail, write it down, then figure out the rest. I wonder, do we need a map or just our hearts? Let us go today. I'll pack a picnic lunch, we'll have a brunch right on Montego Bay. If there ever is a fairy tale to detail every move you make, your enthusiasm really, really sets on fire with each passing step you take. I was born to be a songbird, singing in your apple tree, till I'd save you from the spell where you're confined, and we fly off happy as can be, so happily. So happily. If there ever is a fairy tale, 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 I was born to be a songbird, singing in your apple tree, till I'd save you from the spell where you're confined. We'd fly off happy as can be, so happily. So happily. So happily. Thank you.
Okay, so a little bit of exciting news. Yeah. The song just really made me feel, I carry it wherever I go, my tiara, because you never know.
I had that on earlier, and I thought she was going to take it off, but...
Well, some things just feel right. All right, so we had a little bit of a thing. So this is part of the, remember we told you things will happen. There was a little bit of a lag between when we said that it was closed and when it actually closed. My mic cord is stand like this. We actually ended up bidding, the highest bidder was bidder 204 for $350. So thank you so much to everyone who bid on that.
Thank you.
So your name in the Panto went to bidder 204 for $350, and we are no longer accepting new bids on that item because it was the live.
Just save that money for the Raise the Paddle.
That's right. It will not go to waste. So yeah, now we're going to move on to our next live auction item, or we're going to tease it, I think, and then do a thing, and then come back and do a thing.
Yes.
So it's the, my brain is blanking. Oh, walk on. You do it.
So the next live auction item is a walk-on part for the Panto. We're not going to do that quite yet, but
give you a minute to think about
just so you are aware, we did this last year, and the winning bid got up to $750. So all right, get ready to bid.
Somebody's already like, I'm on this.
So we do know that the starting bid for that one is $250.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like we maybe already have that, but we're gonna really do. We're going to talk about that in a little while.
Yeah, so we do have a quick video that we want to show you so that you get a minute to text your niece and ask if she would want to have a walk-on role, or your grandkid or whatever. And we do, I mean, we've had kids do it, not teeny tiny ones, but we had a young teen boy. But anywhere, I think 6 and up, you know your kid. And all the way up to fully grown adults whose ages will be undisclosed. Yes. And it's tons of fun. We really take your hand. We walk you through it. You can't fail. Your friends get to come and see you. You can see this picture. It's a little blurry because it's actually from Angela's phone, right?
Yeah, it is. I was in the phone taking pictures.
You can see Gloria, if you go on the live item Panto walk-on part, you can see Gloria like direct eye contact.
Like the short one in the green.
Yes. The bids are going up. We're going to take a break and do a video and let you guys bid, and then we're going to see how high up we can get.
Yeah, just FYI, if you're on there right now, we're at 550.
We're already at 550 for bidder 211. So let's keep doing it up. We're going to do a quick artist video. Yeah, we're going to do a quick artist video. This is Eloisa Cardona, who is one of our actors, and John Vrecki, who's one of our directors, talking about Centerstage. We miss you both so much. Yes. We miss you so much. So onto that video. When we come back, we're going to close up this bid.
It's difficult for me to choose just one wonderful moment that I've had working at Centerstage Theater, because I've been fortunate to have so many. But if I had to choose one, it would have to be the first time I ever auditioned for Trista at the theater. I'd never been there, but I'd heard a lot about them because I had colleagues that had worked there. But to be called in by the artistic director for a specific production was pretty exciting and flattering, to be truthful. And so I walk into the theater and meet this young woman who is the new artistic director of Centerstage, who wants to take the theater in a new direction that is inclusive and diverse. And to hear that was thrilling. Well, I didn't get the part, but she did say that she would keep me in mind for our future productions. And she was as good as her word. In fact, she was pretty persistent, because without that persistence, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to work with Angela Baylor on Musical Comedy Murders of 1940, and to have the euphoric experience of working with that particular cast in a production that attracted a record crowd, I think, for the first time in a long time at the theater. And then again to work with Trista herself on Sherlock Holmes' Hound of Baskerville last October with that wonderfully talented cast. I look forward to hopefully working with them again in the future, and hope that the supporters of Centerstage Theater will truly uplift it and support it and make it the treasure that, the cultural treasure that it is for South Sound and Federal Way for a long time to come, and support them in their mission for bringing quality professional theater to that area. Thank you.
I'm John Vrecki, and the last 20 years of my work has been based in Washington, D.C. theater, but on occasion I get invited to work at Centerstage. I directed Woman in Black some years ago. More recently, I directed Sarah Ruhl's Dead Man's Cell Phone, a production that I think we were all very proud of. Since Trista and Angela took over the reins of Centerstage, there has been a determined energy and mission. A mission to create legitimately great theater, a mission to entertain with musicals and pantos and Agatha Christie murder mysteries, and maybe most importantly, a mission to provide young people and people of color opportunities that they might not otherwise have. I've seen Angela and Trista walk the talk. They are impressive, and our best hope as we negotiate through the tough times that we find ourselves in. I'm proud to know them and to be a part of Centerstage, and I hope to see you all next season when we get back to work on creating our own unique production of Oscar Wilde's iconic play, The Importance of Being Earnest.
Oh,
That made me get teary. You look like you're crying.
I know, I'm really kind of close. You know, times are tough sometimes, but it's videos like that that actually make it all worthwhile, I think. Seeing John Vrecki up there, seeing Eloisa. I had the privilege of directing Eloisa in Musical Comedy Murders of 1940.
And then I directed her in How to the
That's right,
Bastards.
yeah. So, and John has worked with us in Dead Man's Cell Phone, so we are so excited. Okay, so there has been a little bit of bidding going on.
We love to see
right
it.
now, bidder 151
We're at 850.
Yeah, so
Is
can we
running
get that
away
up?
with it.
Come on, I think we can
had
go
a
up
little bit of a bidder 211 seems like you really wanted it, and now
and then
I'm
you
not
just
so
kind
sure.
of like wah.
Yeah.
I just had to do that.
As the kids say,
As
womp
the kids
womp.
say, wah wah.
Yes. So we're going to give you a couple more minutes. So here's what's going to happen to avoid what happened last time.
Learning.
We're learning as we go, so thank you for your forbearance. This is your walk-on roll in the panto. We've got some of our wonderful photos by Michelle Smith-Lewis there with Gloria just grinning at the camera. I love it so much, just cheesing at the camera. We miss you, Gloria. And the starting bid was $250. We've blown past that. That's awesome. So what we're going to do is we're just going to give you a minute or two to continue to outbid each other.
So I don't know where we're at as far as total number yet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're at 16.7. I believe we have to get to 17.5 to see Trista as a
17.5 to
pirate.
see me in a pirate dress.
So,
and I'll take off the tiara and I'll replace it with a pirate hat.
so we did learn that we can't do the countdown. What'll happen is when we move on to our next thing, then the fabulous people who are behind the scenes are going to actually, we learned that there's a lag, so we know that there's about a 30-second lag in what we're saying, and then you're seeing us 30 seconds later.
Right.
So there must be a lag in bid. So what'll happen is that it will, once we walk off stage, if you see us walking off stage, it's
you
all
gotta
she
get
wrote.
in.
So right now, 151, you're still at 850. Come on, 211.
We believe in you. 211.
We believe in you. 211.
So we will, once we walk off stage, that'll be your cue. That's when the final bids will go in. And then by the time we get off stage and I pick up on my cell phone, whatever it is that Helen has gotten word from Command Central is the winning bid, then that is what we will announce.
Yes.
So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do, I'm so fond of this video. You're going to love this. Don't let it stop you from bidding, but you're going to love it. What we did is I reached out to a bunch of parents of kids who have come to see our panto, especially came to see Robin Hood because that's the freshest in their memory. Although I have to say, we had she just turned 5 or 4. She's 4. Sarah, I'm so sorry. My brain is blank.
It's
She's 4.
okay. It's okay. She doesn't.
She just turned 4 and could not stop talking about Rapunzel, which was not this past year, it was the year before. And that's how much she loved it. So kids love the panto. So what we did was we talked to them and we asked the kids to answer a few questions for us about the panto. And we want to share this because it's cute and fun and funny, but also because as supporters of the arts, it's really important for you all to understand that we're not just doing this for ourselves as adults. Sorry, I just hit my mic, sorry. Just doing this for ourselves as adults. We're not just doing this for the grown-ups that can come and enjoy theater. We're helping to raise up the next generation of theater goers. They have a lot of things. I have 2 young boys. They're 5 and almost 8. There are a lot of things competing for this kid's attention, and they could sit on YouTube all day and never run out of content, even though it's terrible, terrible content. But we need to get them engaged in live theater and get them to realize that they get something out of going to a live performance that you can't get on a tablet, which I know is ironic because you're probably watching us on a tablet right now. You know what I mean. So we are helping to raise up that generation. We do a lot of things. We have a lot of initiatives with high schoolers and things like that, and we'll hit on some of those later. But just so that you get to see the direct impact on very young ones that our theater is having. So this is a video about Robin Hood from the kids of South King County and Northern Pierce County. Enjoy. Enjoy.
Oh, I think it's great and I love it. So I leave a billion likes whenever I see it. That it's really fun and I make fun plays. And me, I awesome. I love Centerstage Theater. Me and my mom go to the pantomime every year. We went to Rapunzel and Robin Hood. My favorite characters in Robin Hood were Robin Hood and Lana. Robin Hood, because he has a bunny nail. That's cool. Robin, because he didn't look in the first part, and then he just shooted the bow now. The princess. Me too. Maid Marian.
Yeah, Maid Marian.
I like Maid Marian. Because and all the superheroes, of course. I like those because I'm a princess superhero. My favorite character was I actually might switch it to Maid Marian. I'm a feminist, and I think it's cool that she gets more action in that movie. When they were singing and dancing, cut that out. My favorite part of Robin Hood was finding the gold key. I liked the team, and I like to pull my hair up. My favorite part is the Ghostbusters part that happens on a lot of shows they make, and it's just so cool. Ghostbusters. It's down My favorite joke was how terrible of a job they did at robbing someone.
Yeah.
They were horrible at it. That we got to sing and tell how old we are. And Robin Hood shoots the sieve when the sieve has an apple in the sieve, and Robin Hood shoots it. My favorite part in each one is the Ghostbusters song where the ghosts keep taking people away. And that's what I like to be. I like Centerstage. Yeah, and I like it, so yeah. Center Stage.
Okay, say bye.
I'm getting out.
Okay. I have watched the video so many times and I am still not sick of it. And in honor of the video of the kids, I have changed into my shirt. It says "A Mother's Place is in the Theater." And just a quick shout out to PAL, the Parent Artists Alliance. PAL is if you are a parent that is in the arts, it's PAL Theater, PAAL theater.com, or you can find them on Facebook. They give out grants for parent artists. Last year, they did their first batch of grants, and I actually got one, and it was incredible, and it paid for my childcare for the entirety of audition season, which I will tell you is a really big deal. So we love to partner with parents. It is, we are a small group in professional theater, parents, especially parents of young kids. So wanted to wear this, give Pal a shout out. So we are officially done with the bidding on the walk-on part. Tell us who won.
So bidder 151, whoever you are at $8.50.
Yes.
You get to have a walk-on part on the Panto.
Yes, and here's the thing. I personally am feeling very generous. I don't know about Angela.
Such a soft
but I'm looking at bidder 211, who bid 3 times in a row and who really wanted this part. And I don't know, bidder 211, maybe you got up to get a snack and you missed the closing. Maybe you're a parent and your kid needed you. I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and say, let's give one to bidder 211 as well.
All right. So
Okay,
bidder
good.
211, we will be in touch with you if you're okay at 850.
So we have 2 of the walk-on parts. Those are done, and we will be in touch with you when the Panto comes, as it will.
Yes.
Thank you so much for bidding on those things. Now we're going to move on to the third and final live auction item. And this one is so cool. If you scroll down toward the bottom, the very last item that's still available is the original Panto Ghost Bench. So if you have ever seen the Panto, you have seen this bad boy. It is the original Panto Ghost Bench. There it is in all its glory in
It is
2018.
back there, but I don't know if
yeah, if somebody can grab it, that would be
there
so
anybody that's
fantastic. It's
available?
over, yeah. There are some of our people from 2018. This past year, Robin Hood. Now, you can't really see the bench because they're sitting on it, but trust us, it's there. Look, here she is.
Oh,
thank you.
thank you.
Thanks so much, Chris. You can just, yes. So what we've done is we had some fabulous people help us out. We kind of refinished it, gave it a little bit of polish. There's a plaque right here that says the Centerstage Theater Original Panto Ghost Bench. This has been our ghost bench for at least 8 years running, if not longer.
Can we sit on it? Just because I've never sat on a Panto bench, but we're still 6
I know,
feet
this
away.
is really exciting. Okay.
Okay.
I feel like we should have Ghostbusters playing. And here's my favorite part. We have had 4 of our previous dames sign this bench. 4. That is so cool. So we have Brad, who you've seen the last 2 years, and who of course gave it because Brad is so extra, and we love you, Brad, for being so extra. And then it says, "Keep your skirts on" from Bob today. And Roger Curtis, if you've been with us for a while, you've seen him, and he wrote, "Hello, boys and girls," and then "Hello, Federal Way" from Alan Bryce, who is our former artistic director and the dame for many years. So they have signed this. We have a plaque on it. We have painted it. Bidding is up to $700 for bidder 185. So we're going to give you, again, a couple minutes to engage. Now, we don't have 2 of these to give away.
Yeah.
So
we only have 1. In fact, we're going to have to build a new one. So
I know, for this year's Panto, we're going to, let's note to self, going into production week. Don't just be like, someone get that bench. Oh, wait. So we are at some people are on auto bid. You know what that means? That means that they have set a limit.
Oh, yeah.
And so they'll keep climbing until the auto bid is out. So somebody needs to outbid this guy.
So 700. So 185
700.
right now. You are
leading the pack. And bidder 127, who is at 650, like we said, we don't have another one. So if you want this bench, you gotta bid on it. So let's see, what do we have coming up next? How much time can we give you? Let's go over some of our thank yous. We can go over a little bit what's going on.
Because we don't have another video, correct?
No, we have a live performance next.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. Sorry. So we just want to take a moment to say a big thank you to several people who have helped us. The first one is Seattle Lives. That's where we are right now.
Yay.
So PNTA, Canvas Event Space. If you ever need to do a live event, this organization is stellar. We've not had to think about anything. And they come and they're very respectful, and they have been so fabulous as far as sanitation and dealing with COVID. This is the 3rd thing I think that we have done here, and every time they have been the utmost professional. So we want to thank Seattle Lives, PNTA, and Canvas Event Space. We also want to say a big thank you to our performers tonight. They are giving of their time. Some of them I think are kind of glad to get out of the house, but it's just been so great to be able to see them. We want to say thank you to our board of directors. Some of our board members are at the office. If you don't feel like getting online and bidding or anything like that, you can call the office number, and they're going to be there till I think about 7:30. They can take it, or you can send in a check or whatever. We also want to say a thank you to our volunteers. Mickey Rowe is here. He came on at the last minute. We want to thank him. He's been helping us with one of our prompters. So thank you, Mickey. And Helen Marion is here. We want to say a big thank you to her. We want to say a big thank you to Julie Kissick-Malloy, who is our development person. You'll probably be hearing from her in the near future, getting a thank you note from her. So we want to say thank you. We also want to say a big shout out to, I want to say a big shout out to Susan McKenzie, who is our board secretary. Susan did everything on getting all of the auction items listed and described and all of that. So Thank you so much, all of you. Thanks to our board. I'm not going to name all of them because I will forget.
You will forget. And you'll see all the performers, so you'll be able to know how much work they're putting in, how wonderful they are. You will not see, we have Shauna Myatt is running interference, stage management. She made the mistake of texting me a week ago and saying, I know you're really swamped. Is there anything you need? And I was like, actually. So she is doing that for us as well, and just making sure people get on and off stage when they're supposed to. So thank you so much. It is a thankless task. I mean, I bought her lunch, so there's that. But yeah, we are getting close to that moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce the next set of performers, and then as we exit the stage, your time is running out to get this Panto Ghost Bench. And I'm actually kind of sad because I kind of wanted it, but I can't.
So we're at 700, bidder 185.
So 127, 209, this is your last chance. Our next performance, we have two back-to-back. One, you're going to see Joshua Girard, who you know most recently as Robin Hood in Robin Hood, as well as various other things. Will be performing the song Don't Forget Me, and he will be accompanied by Sam Peters, who you've also heard Sam's work. He did all of the, he was the pit band leader for Robin Hood, but even more exciting for me, he arranged all the music and did all the rearrangements and all that stuff, and made my musical dreams come true in Robin Hood, just not gonna lie. So Sam is playing for us. He's off. He did not want to be seen, but he's a very handsome and wonderful man. And he will be playing with Joshua's song. And then right after that, you're going to see Jacob Tice, who, as Angela said, was our John Watson in Hound of the Baskervilles, will be performing a monologue as George from the Language Archives by Julia Cho. So you'll have both of those performances coming up to enjoy. And we're about to close on the Panto Bench. And also, can someone grab the Panto Bench? Because if I try to carry it off in heels, I will fall. Oh, can we get one more? Can we just real quick? All right, I'm going to dress as a pirate. I'll see you in a little bit.
Oh, yes, we are at 17.
I gotta go dress as a pirate.
Okay, so Panto Bench, she's gonna go change as a pirate, but I think that we are ready for the next performers.
They thought they could dispose of me. They tried to make me small. I suffered each indignity, but now rise above it all. They took their piece, was all I had. At last I found relief. 'Cause if something good can come from bad, the past can rest in peace. So if you see someone's hurt and in need of a hand, don't forget me. Or hear a melody crying from some baby grand, well, don't forget me. When you sing happy birthday to someone you love, or see diamonds you wish were all free, please say that you won't. I pray that you don't forget me. But forget everyone who I ever met, 'cause they only live to control. For a kiss they paid 1,000, yet they paid 50 cents for my soul. They took their piece, the price of fame that no one can repay. But they didn't buy me when they bought my name. And that is why I pray that when you see someone's hurt and in need of a hand, don't forget me. Or hear a melody crying from some baby grand, well, don't forget me. When you sing happy birthday to someone you love, or see diamonds you wish were all free, please say that you won't. I pray that you don't forget me. There are some in this world who have strength of their own, never broken or in need of repair. But there are some born to shine who can't do it alone, so protect them and take special care. Take care, and don't forget me. Please take care, and don't forget me when you look to the heavens with someone you love and a light shining bright from afar. Hope you see my face there and then offer a prayer. And please let me be next door.
You know how languages die? One, a natural disaster, a typhoon, say, that knocks out an entire village that happens to be the only place where a certain language is spoken. Two, social assimilation, when speakers of two languages choose the more socially dominant one to the point where their children speak only that language and lose the other one completely. I speak many languages, but I do not speak the language my grandmother spoke. Why? Because my parents didn't really speak it and didn't care if I really spoke it, because it was not the socially dominant language, thus I never cared to learn it. It's the only language that I never cared to learn, and now it's too late. So, Mary, there is a certain language, our language, and if you don't come back, then I can't speak it anymore. Do you understand? We are the only two speakers of this language. And if you don't come back, the language will die. And no one on earth will ever speak it again. For instance, the phrase, "Will somebody please take out the garbage?" Now, depending on tone, it can mean, "You jerk, take out the garbage," or "I feel lonely," or "It's our anniversary next week, I hope you remember," or "A world without you is unimaginable to me." Mary, will someone please take out the garbage?
Hi, I'm Renalini Kamath. I wrote the play Let There Be Love.
I'm dressed as a pirate. I dyed this feather to match.
I get a text in the middle of the night saying, "I'm up dyeing a feather because it doesn't match." I wasn't even supposed to come on during this part, but I just had to come on.
She was like, "If I don't come on, I can't laugh at you dressed as a pirate."
Exactly.
So fine, laugh. But you know what? Guess who's going to Target like this later? Just kidding, I'm not. So yeah, now this little bit of me talking is actually really short, so I will be leaving this on for the next segment as well because this dress is too fabulous to waste on 15 seconds alone. And yes, okay, Mike Brigado, 1 for you. That's it, that's all you get. All right, so thank you so much to Joshua and to Jacob for those performances. We love you. We miss you so much. We have another performance coming up, but we have a really fun introductory segment for it. I can't stop. I love this dress. It's really comfortable.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. Okay, so we have another segment coming up, and this is a scene from our show from this past year, the final show that we ended up getting to perform this season.
We didn't think it was going to be our final
We didn't know that. Let There Be Love.
Yes.
So why don't you talk about Let There Be Love real quick?
So we are we actually got to do a world premiere of Let There Be Love, and we have it was great because we were also able to, through the generosity of some of our patrons, they donated their miles to bring the playwright Mrinalini Kamath. And so we got to spend a few days with her.
She's lovely.
Yes, she is. But it was so fun because we really are striving to become a more diverse theater. And I think that in the casting and in the design team and all, we just had, it was beautiful. It was like everybody, and they all got along so well. And we just really enjoyed it. We were so proud to be able to say that we did the world premiere of Let There Be Love.
Yeah. So what we did was we asked Mrinalini. At first I asked her, I said, would you just do a quick video talking about your experience with Centerstage? And she didn't answer. I mean, she said yes, and then just radio silence. And I thought, maybe she changed her mind. And then I got in touch with her again. And she said, here's the thing. Can I do just audio, not a video? Because actors, being the center of attention doesn't bother us, but not everybody is like that. So what Mrinalini did is she sent me a lovely voice message, kind of talking about her experience, and some of it was the first time I'd heard it, so it was really delightful, so thank you, Mrinalini, for that. And I just overlaid it with some photos of the rehearsal process into the show, so you can enjoy that, and then once that video is over, we will immediately head into, gotta get an angle of there you go, the feather. We will immediately segue into Timothy Duvall and Pratik Shah doing a scene from Let There Be Love by Mrinalini Kamath. So enjoy the video and enjoy the scene.
Hi, I'm Mrinalini Kamath. I wrote the play Let There Be Love, which is loosely based on the myth of Eros and Psyche from Greek mythology, and the mother-son relationship is inspired by D.H. Lawrence's Sons and Lovers. And Trista Duvall contacted me through my website, I think a little over a year ago, telling me that she read the play off of a website where playwrights can post their plays, and that she really liked it and she really wanted to do it. And I had a phone conversation with her where she gave me the history of Centerstage, and we kind of took it from there. And that kind of thing has never happened to me before. Like, I've had people contact me and say that they've read a script and that they would like to perform a monologue from it for forensics, or they want to do a reading of it. I've never had anybody as enthusiastically approach me as Trista did, saying, oh my God, I want to produce this play. It's the coolest thing that can happen to a playwright, because we write plays to be performed, not to be read on the page. If you want to write stuff that's read on the page, you write fiction or nonfiction or essays, but plays don't really live until they've been performed, and I got to see mine live this past January. It was a wonderful experience. Even though the very first performance got canceled due to a freak incident, I think involving a tree and a power line that just happened to take the power down in the theater. But it was memorable. And, I still got to see the first performance the next day. And yeah, it was an amazing experience. And everybody was so generous and kind. And friendly. And yeah, just thank you guys so much for being such a warm and welcoming audience.
There is no pirate in this scene. Sorry, I forgot to give a little intro to the scene, so I decided to come back on and do it. So my actor is patiently waiting for me to do that. First thing, the Panto bench went for $700, which is fantastic. Thank you so much bidder 185. Send us a picture of it when it's in your house. That's fantastic. So this scene from Let There Be Love, the characters on either side of me, this is character's name is Rajesh, and this character's name is Eric. And Eric works with his mother at Let There Be Love, which is a matchmaking company, but they're a personalized matchmaking company. And Rajesh makes algorithms for all kinds of different apps and things like that. And one of the things that he works on algorithms for are dating apps. And so Let There Be Love, the company and the people who run it, have always been very about hyper-personalized, one-on-one. But Rajesh really believes in the power of algorithms and that they're based on human nature. And so Eric has come to Rajesh, tried to meet with him secretly, tried to come under an assumed name. All that stuff didn't work. Rajesh is a little too smart for that. And wants to work with him on making some sort of hybrid app where Eric can kind of run with his gut instinct, but Rajesh can confirm it with an app. So they're working together. It's very hush-hush. Nobody knows about it. And earlier in the day, Eric's mother, Dee Dee, was on national television on a big daytime talk show, and the host tried to kind of just eviscerate her for, you're elitist and it costs too much money, and can I just get this on a dating app? And Dee Dee gave just an amazing witty repartee and just completely owned her graciously on national television. And so that's happened right previous to this, and Rajesh was able to see that happen on TV. Now they're getting back together to meet in a coffee shop. Normally they'd be at the same table, but things being what they are separate. Now you have your context. Enjoy the scene.
Damn, that Dee Dee is something.
Huh?
The segment she did on Good Morning with Jess, the way Jess tried to crucify her for being elitist, and then Dee Dee just turned it around and crushed it. She's one smart lady.
Yeah, she's always been good at thinking on her feet.
No shit. She could run for office. Seriously, the lady can do some damage control and a whole lot more.
Yep.
So, does she date?
What?
I was just wondering, does a matchmaker date?
Not really.
Not really meaning no?
Yeah, no. She does not date. Why?
I was just curious. What?
No one ever asks that because they're just curious. Oh my God. You don't want to...
What?
Hey, is it okay if we just get back to what we were doing?
Okay.
Thank you.
So, when you're analyzing clients, what kind of questions do you ask?
Well, we usually start by asking what their earliest memory of attraction is.
Cool. So she really doesn't date at all?
No.
Maybe she's just really private about it. Doesn't tell you.
No, she is not like that.
But you are. I mean, does she know about this?
No. Obviously, this is different.
Is this the first big secret you've kept from her?
Yeah.
Jeez.
What?
Nothing. I just can't imagine ever having that open a relationship with my parents. But they are immigrant parents, so it's different.
Hey, you're not like, interested, right? You're just kind of messing with me.
Well, she's attractive, she's successful, she's passionate about what she... Did you just shudder?
Yes, I did.
Sorry.
Look, man, she is older than you, probably a lot older.
How old is she?
I'm not sure, but it's got to be way older than you.
Well, she looks young. She must have had you young.
Okay, what is so funny?
You two are quite a pair. You're in the family business of love. You're successful at it. But she doesn't date. And she told Jess she never sets you up. Are you seeing anyone?
Am I seeing anyone? Maybe. I don't know. Can we just get back to work?
Yeah, in a minute.
Please?
I'm just curious about the dating lives of successful matchmakers. What does maybe mean?
It means, I met someone, but it's not really a thing. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not talking about it. I'm just,
Are you pining?
What? No.
Yeah, you are. Pining in silence.
No, I'm not pining.
Do you think about her all the time? But you've never even spoken to her? Sorry, I'm making assumptions here. Is it her?
Okay, no, you're not oh, yes, it's a her, okay? And no, I'm not pining, okay? It's just complicated.
It's complicated in a Facebook kind of way, like she's separated, pretty sure she's getting divorced, but there's a kid involved.
No.
What then?
She's a client. A potential client. She was a potential client.
Oh, so she's not a potential client anymore?
No.
You should ask her out. Wow. And you run a matchmaking agency. What's holding you back from asking her out?
She's sticking with me. You know, like it's never happened to me before. I can't get her out of my head.
Then you should definitely ask her out. If she says no, then maybe she'll get out of your head. Maybe. Unless
what?
You like having her there. Fantasies are a nice form of limbo, especially if the reality is scary.
Hey, I'm not scared.
Ask her out then.
Listen, can we please just get back to what we were doing?
Sure.
Thank you.
So, just to be clear, Dee Dee's not currently dating anyone, right?
Okay, so we were joking earlier because Trista's like, well, you're going to do this yourself, right, Angela? And I was like, what? And she's like, they need to know that you can operate by yourself. So Trista and I are oftentimes a dynamic duo, but I am actually capable of doing things without her. I'm not sure where she's probably changing into another costume. But I have the distinct pleasure of introducing our next performer. Her name is Taylor Davis, and you have seen her if you've come to the Panto. You have seen her. If you saw Pajama Game, she was Babe in the Pajama Game. So Taylor is going to be doing a monologue by William Shakespeare. She will be playing Puck, and it is My Mistress with a Monster is in Love from A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare.
My mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that worked for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. Ugh. The shallowest, thick-skinned of that barren sort who Pyramus presented in their sport forsook his scene and entered in a break, when I did him at this advantage take an ass's knoll, I fix it on his head. Anon is this be, must be answered, when forth my mimic comes, when they him spy as wild geese that the creeping fowler eye, so at his sight away his fellows fly. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there, when in that moment So it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass. Boom! It was great, I know, yeah.
Make sure it's at the right, it's like kind of jaunty angle, but not too disrespectful.
You told me you were changing.
No. I'm not.
Oh.
No, I'm not changing yet. We still have the fun to need. This is a big deal.
Fun to need. Whew.
All right.
So thank you, Taylor. It's I always feel bad for the actors because these are all live performers, and I'm sure all of you were applauding in your living rooms and your kitchens, wherever you're watching us. But they're always kind of like they're used to the applause, so they know that you appreciate them.
Yes.
I failed when I was doing my thank yous to the people who are helping us and all of that stuff. I failed to mention the stage manager at the office, which is Mo. So Mo, thank you so much.
Thank
and
you,
hopefully
Mo.
she's there with Willow, and Willow is making sure she's her dog, and hopefully they're all doing
You're like, is Willow her child? Because Willow's
so-
actually running things.
So now comes the big moment. So what are we at? Are we still at 17.5?
Yeah. I think so.
I can't. So 17.6. Okay. So now comes the time to really wrap up start writing those checks.
Yeah,
Or
start
credit
writing-
cards or whatever.
start
So we
clicking
have
on
a lot of people. So the Fund a Need was actually opened earlier. So people have been kind of donating as they go. We are not going to be able to mention everybody.
Well, I think I could mention everybody.
You probably
I'm
could,
pretty
but I don't
fast.
think they can scroll that quickly. But we want to say right now the top bid, but I know Kenny and Kristen, you're probably going to get knocked out because I know that we're probably going to have more. But we want to say a thank you to Kenny and Kristen, Keith Livingston, to Jerry, to Steve, to Randall.
Jerry Knutson of the Knutson Theater.
Oh,
That
yes,
sounds
Jerry
familiar.
Knutson.
Yes.
We have the Marshall family, Peggy O'Connor. Thank
Beryl
you so
Emerson
much.
Nash, thank you. Constance Swank, Peggy O'Connor.
Yes, Maximilian. I'm going to say Maximilian because I don't
Hagel,
have Hagel.
I would assume. Doc Stetters. Hi, Doc Stetters.
Brenda Williams, board member. Leanne Taylor, board member.
Sally Gregory, Christina. Cindy, thank you so much. That's our second donation.
Oh, yay.
Yes.
Jan and Tom Cruise.
Yes. Cheryl Peterson. We missed a couple. AC Peterson. AC, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Linda Banks, who's always spent a long time friend of ours. Byron Hiller, the Hiller family. Thank you so much. Their daughter does a lot of backstage stuff for us. Michelle Smith-Lewis, our photographer. Thank you so much. Jenny Hendry, Joyce Welliver, Renee Ewing. They also
Renee and Rick Ewing also helped sponsor the live stream. So thank you so much, Rick and Renee.
Susan McKenzie, board member. Karen Baker, Randall Nordstrom. Cindy Dusich, thank you, Cindy, our contact at the Federal Way Mirror. William Brigado, Lorraine Wilson, and Melissa Smith. I think we only missed like 2, but that's pretty good. So thank you to everyone who's already donated.
Yes, thank you. So now comes the Raise the Paddle Fund a Need. And we talked about earlier about how important people are. And at Centerstage, we really appreciate our actors, our designers, and anybody, the technicians and all of that. And so when we were trying to figure this out, earlier this spring, we kind of did a figuring out, a quick and dirty, figuring out how much of our expenses goes to, which different bucket, so to speak. And we realized that 52% of our expenses go to people. And we are really proud of that because Centerstage, if you are a fan of ours, you know this. If you're new to Centerstage, a lot of people don't realize, or some people don't realize, that we are actually a professional theater in Federal Way. And that means that anybody who you see on stage, anybody who helps backstage, unless they specifically come to us and say, we want to volunteer, they get paid. They don't get paid a living wage because we're not there yet. Someday we'll get there. But they are all paid because they're all professionals. They all have experience. And so we are we are so incredibly blessed by the talent that has, these people. In fact, we've had people go, you know what, we know that right now times are tough. We are planning on doing a season. Yes. Hopefully we will be able to all gather and all of that, but we are going to be doing a season one way or another. And we have actors and designers and directors and technicians and all, and some of them have said to us, we believe in Centerstage so much, and we're in a position that we can actually, we want to volunteer our services. And when Trista and I get an email like that, I don't know if she tears up, but I do, because it just warms our hearts to know that these people know that they have a home at Centerstage Theater. And those of you who are watching and who have donated, we often say the Centerstage family, whether you like us or not. If you have donated, if you've come to the shows, if you have been on stage, if you've been behind the scenes, whatever, if you've done anything with Centerstage, you are part of the Centerstage family. And we are so thrilled. We've seen our audiences continue to rise. We've had about a 10% increase minimum in our attendance for the past 3 years, and the national trend has actually been an 8 to 10% decrease. Yeah. So we know that you really appreciate Centerstage and the art and the theater that we provide you. So when we were doing this, we decided we wanted to focus, our total artist stipend is about $70,000 is what we pay everybody.
That's designers, directors, stage managers. Everybody.
I mean, if somebody wants to write us a $50,000 check, we will accept it.
Yes.
With
I'll even go
problem.
to your house and pick it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Socially distanced, of course.
You can throw it
yes.
to me.
But we decided that we wanted to do focus on actors and directors. So we figured $25,000 will almost cover the stipends for actors and directors. Not quite, but it'll come close. So that's what we're really going to focus on. Just to give you an idea, if you donate, and we'll go through levels in just a minute, but if you donate $500, that will help cover the stipend for one actor. For one show.
For one actor.
Yeah, for one actor for one show. $2,500 will help cover the stipends for one director and 2 actors. $5,000 will help cover the stipends for 4 actors and 2 directors. So that's just kind of, I mean, you can do the math, you can figure it out. But that just kind of gives you an idea of what this money is going to go to. And Trista stayed up late one night.
Just one.
A few nights.
I'm usually in bed by sundown.
Yes. No. But we decided we wanted to make it fun for those who donate.
Yes.
And so a couple of months back, when we had absolutely nothing to do because we weren't doing shows, Trista sat up late at night and came up with ideas for just thank yous that, we want to spend your dollars and our earned income wisely. And so we were trying to figure out what could we do that's fun, let people know that they are appreciated, and still give a thank you. So Trista came up with some fabulous ideas.
Thanks.
And so we're going to go to those now. We've got a graphic that Trista stayed up late the other night to do. She stays up late a lot.
I stay up late a lot. I have 2 small kids.
And so if we can get the graphic up there.
So for that, we're going to start at the $10,000.
The $10,000. So the $10,000 level. And as we're doing this is new to us.
Yes.
We're not totally sure how this is going to work.
But you can see us both at the same time.
As we're going through this, feel free to give as we're doing this. And we've got a board that's going along, and so hopefully we'll be able to say thank you to anybody who gives.
Yes.
But at the if anybody wants to write us a check for $10,000 or on your credit
now's your
card,
chance to do it. And I will also say, since we're here, if there is someone, you're watching this live stream, you do want to give, but you didn't get a chance to register, or you ran into a problem or whatever, and you end up calling it into the office, we will still get that information. Problem being, we don't have our phones on us right now, so we might need Helen to just run up to the side of the stage and be like, Joe Smith just called in $5,000. So Joe, we're waiting for you.
Yes.
So we're going to start the $10,000 level. And if you give at the $10,000 level, then you get to be the top sponsor for our 2021 season. You get VIP seats of your choice for each show. So those are a part of the package. You get to sit, we'll be starting to use reserved seating. So you asked for it, you wanted it, you got it. We're going to start using reserved seating, so you'll be able to reserve those ahead of time. And then you'll get 2 additional tickets for each Main Stage show, so you can bring a friend. There is this thing that we've kind of came up with, post-show drinks and snacks in the lobby. So after one of the shows during the season, we'll work together to figure out which one. You will be able to stay after you see the show, and Angela and myself and some of the actors from the show will come out and we'll have a private reception with just you in the lobby, and that is going to be a lot of fun. And then you will get a half-hour virtual hangout with your choice of either an actor or character, and we'll get to who they are a little later so you can see, because you can't just pick any of them, because I've only begged and pleaded with 6 of them. But you'll get to either have a half-hour virtual hangout with somebody in character or an actor. So that's a lot of stuff. So we're just putting it out there for anybody who has $10,000 you want to give. Now's the time to put that in while we go over this next level.
So the next level is the $7,500 level. And with that $7,500 level, and okay, so here comes the real fun. Because
you're going to say you couldn't read it.
I couldn't read it. They know me too well. So at the $7,500 level, and we're looking to see, I think we have some new people that have joined. Donna Berger, want to say a big thank you to
thank you.
Ann and Steve Mayer.
Thank you. Oh, Zandy.
Zandy.
Zandy's one of our artists. Thank you, Zandy.
Keith Livingston, thank you so much.
Yes,
Jerry's there again. Jerry Knutson. I think we're repeating.
I don't know, because then we get Steven. Anyway, more people. We love it.
So thank you so much. So at the $7,500 level, you get sponsor credit for the 2021 season. You get VIP seats of your choice for each of the Main Stage shows. Then you also get the post-show drinks and snacks with me and Trista and some actors from that particular show. And then I believe you also get either a video call from one of our actors or a call or a video taped message from one of the characters.
Okay.
I believe that's it.
Okay.
I think that's it. I can't read it anymore, so.
Yes, I think so as well. I'm trying to check. And then the next level, we have the $5,000 level. And at this level will be a sponsor credit for 1 show in the season, 2 season tickets, post-show drinks and snacks in the lobby, etc., and then the half-hour virtual hangout with any one of the previously mentioned characters. And we also want to say at the $5,000 level, do you want to talk about the match?
Yes, thank you. So we got word yesterday that we have a generous anonymous donor who is donating $5,000 to us, and if between now and the end of our live stream, we get another $5,000.
Yeah.
So
donate,
$5,000.
It's $5,000 we get.
So we're at $18,300 right now, $18,300 right now. If we get to, I'm going to say $22,000.
Yeah, about $22,000.
$22,000.
Brad, thank you, Brad. One of our very own
Brad.
James has given so much to us. Thank you.
So that's where we're at, $5,000. Thank you to the anonymous donor that does a matching gift.
Yes, thank you so much. We just went over 5,000. Was that me or you? I don't know. Now we're at the $2,500 level, right?
$2,500 level, yes.
Fabulous. Post-show drinks and snacks in the lobby. You can see I put that one as many as possible because I really want to do it. So if you give at $5,000 or $2,500, you'll get post-show drinks and snacks in the lobby. You will get a half-hour virtual hangout with any of the previously mentioned characters. We'll get to them in a grand. Or 1 video message each from 2 of the characters. So when the characters come up, you'll see what that just means is, say your son loves Robin Hood and your spouse loves the Dame, you can have Robin do a video for your son and the Dame do a video for your husband. And we've done a few of those already for people who've given, so you get that as well, and that's $2,500 level.
All right, so our next level is the $1,000 level, I believe. Yes. And with that, you get a half-hour virtual hangout with one of the previously mentioned characters that Trista just talked about, or a half-hour video call Q&A with either Robin May Bakar, who you saw in Hound of the Baskervilles, and you would have seen her in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, but that didn't happen. And then you will, or Colleen Bjurstrom, who you saw in Musical Comedy Murders of 1940 last season. So that's what, at the $1,000 level, you get either a character video or a half-hour Q&A with one of those two lovely ladies.
Yes, I'm going to have you take the rest of the slides because I'm going to go, because live streaming, I'm going to go take care of something. So go ahead and take the next few slides.
All right. So the next level, I can't believe she trusts me with this. So the next level is 500, and you will see the picture on your screen. These are the 4 actors. You may or may not recognize them without their costumes on, but at the $500 level, you get one video message from let's see, sent to the recipient of your choice. So like Trista said, if you wanted to have Belle send a message to your granddaughter, our actress Helen Marion has agreed to graciously agreed to do that. Also, the Dame, if you know somebody who would love to get a message from the Dame, Brad Charancia is getting on and doing that. In fact, if you saw our live stream on Saturday night, Brad appeared as the Dame. Or you could get as Alana Dale, who was played by Jesse Selleck in, what do we do? Robin Hood. Or Robin Hood, Joshua Gerard will give you a video message as well. So our next level down is 250, and it looks, oh my gosh, okay, so Kenny Byrne, you have actually been bumped by an anonymous donor at 1,000, but we also want to say a shout out to Carol, thank you, and Raymond, thank you so much. So the next level, I think I'm at the 250, thank you for keeping me honest. The $250 level, you will get a message sent to the recipient of your choice from one. I guess the other one was from 2 of ours. So we have the $250 level, and then at the $100 level, you will get a personalized video thank you from me and or Trista. So those are the levels. We are now at, have we broken 20,000? I think I see. So we are at 20,600, almost 20,700. We only have 2,000 more to go.
Thank you to our anonymous donor at 1,000 and Carol Duvall at 1,000. Did we thank Raekwon? Hi, Ray.
We did.
Yeah, I apologize. It was something that I did wrong. We're going to have these really lovely, touching photos of all the interactions that we've had with different actors and audience members and talking about what we support and all that. And I hit upload and it didn't finish, and then I fell asleep in my bed at 3 a.m. So that happened. But yeah, this is the time that we need you all to hop on board with us. If you've been waiting to give during the Fund a Need, this is when we need it. Now, the Fund a Need, this giving portion will be accessible after we're done tonight. We're going to keep that accessible for, how long are we doing that for?
For a few days.
For a few days. So you will have a chance to do this and to send it out and get it around to people. But now is the main push where we need people to just come along
in order to get that $5,000 match.
Yes.
We have $2,000 more to go.
We have $2,000 left to go so that we can get our $5,000 match. And now's the part where I was going to talk about all the cute pictures. I did this so we wouldn't be standing here like this,
okay.
and I failed with technology, and I'm so sorry. I could reenact all the photos. Be like, to the left, a small blonde girl. Okay, that's fine. So we just want to talk about, if you've been on our Facebook page or any of our social media, then you would have seen that we have some photos that are talking about kind of some of the things that we really focus on. So for instance, parents in theater, about 20% of our contractors from last season were parents. It is not easy to get work in theater as a parent. I can say that firsthand. We support accessibility in theater, again, with our sensory-friendly performance, et cetera. And we support the Federal Way economy. There's an average amount that each person who comes to a theater production spends in the economy of the city around there. Thank you so much.
There's one of the pictures.
Yeah,
if you go to Facebook, there's an adorable picture.
You can see it's so cute. It's my niece, and she's so cute. So I am going to make a proposal, since we don't have that to fill in time, and we're just kind of standing here, and I don't want to, I mean, we're fabulous, but I want to give people a chance to give. My proposal is that we jump to the final live performance, and then you and I can hop back up on here, and we can wrap it up. So while this last performance is happening, then that is your chance to continue to give so that we can get that. Women in theater, that's what it was. How could I forget that? It's about us.
Yeah.
Female leadership in theater. Like, check it out. And then we've got Helen and then Julie.
That lovely
and
picture.
so we're all just, it's not, you look fabulous. Stop. So we're going to let the final performance happen, and then people can give during that performance. And we have to hit that $22,000 mark
so where
to
are
get
we
that
now?
$5,000 match.
Have gotten any more people in?
And it's refreshing. Hold, please. Oh, we're still at 20. We're just under 21. So you're gonna have to do that while this is happening. Call into the office as well if you don't want to give online. And you're going to be able to be serenaded by a beautiful songbird. We have our final performance tonight is by Jessie Selleck. She's singing I Can Do Better Than That from the last 5 years by Jason Robert Brown. And she's just going to blow your socks off because that's just what she does. Jessie was Alana Dale this last year in Robin Hood, and she was our Rapunzel the year before that. She's also a Gregory Award-winning People's Choice Award.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she loves when I say that, so that's why I did it. But Jessie's going to come on, and she is going to sing, and then Angela and I will come back on, and we will wrap things up.
All right.
All right.
My best friend had a little situation at the end of our senior year. And like a shot, she and Mitchell got married that summer. Carol Ann getting bigger every minute, thinking, what am I doing here? While Mitchell's out every night being a heavy metal drummer. They got a little cute house on a little cute street with a crucifix on the door. Mitchell got a job at a record store in the mall. Just the typical facts of a typical life in a town on the Eastern Shore. I thought about what I wanted. It wasn't like that at all. Made Carol Ann a cute baby sweater, thinking I can do better than that. In a year or so I moved to the city, thinking, what have I got to lose? Got a room, got a cat, and got 20 pounds thinner. I met a guy in a class I was taking who you might say looked like Tom Cruise. Nice. He wouldn't leave me alone unless I went with him to dinner. And I guess he was cute, and I guess he was sweet, and I guess he was good in bed. I gave up my life for the better part of a year. And I'm starting to think that this maybe might work, and the second it entered my head, he needed to take some time off to focus on his career. He blew me off with a heartfelt letter. I thought I can do better than that. You don't have to get a haircut. You don't have to change your shoes. You don't have to like Duran Duran. Just love me. You don't have to put the seat down. You don't have to watch the news. You don't have to learn to tango. You don't have to eat prosciutto. You don't have to change a thing. Just stay with me. I want you and nothing but you. Miles and piles of you. Finally I'll have something worthwhile to think of each morning. You and nothing but you. No substitution will do. Nothing but fresh, undiluted and pure. Top of the line. And totally mine. I don't need any lifetime commitment. I don't need to get hitched tonight. I don't want you to throw up all your walls and defenses. I don't mean to put on any pressure, but I know when a thing is right. and I spend every day reconfiguring my senses. When we get to my house, take a look at that town, take a look at how far I've gone. I will never go back, never look back anymore. And it feels like my life led right to your side and will keep me there from now on. Think about what you wanted. Think about what could be. Think about how I love you. Say you'll move in with me. Think of what's great about me and you. Think of the garbage we've both been through. Think of what's past, 'cause we can do better. We can do better. We can do better than that. We can do better than that.
Oh, we're back.
Yeah, here we are. Okay, thank you, Jerry Knudsen, for your second donation of $50. I appreciate it. I hope that anonymous is someone different. Yo, we are so close to the $22,000 mark. We've only got a couple hundred more. I got it into my head. I was like, maybe if I can upload that video really quick while Jesse's singing, but I can't because it's too big and it will take too long.
You know, we are theater people.
That's right.
We do things live.
We do. Here we are.
And you know, I was sitting over there on the steps waiting, and I just have to say, as the managing director of this organization, I am so proud of this theater. I am so proud of everybody who has touched this theater in so many ways. The actors that are here, they are our family. We love them so much. You know, I mean, Sam Peters he's on the piano and he is amazing. I often say that, it's been a rough few years.
Tough. Yeah.
But we have survived and we will survive this because at the heart of it, with everything going on with everything. 2020, we thought was going to be an interesting year, and it has definitely been an interesting year. But Centerstage has been through a whole lot, and it's funny because we say Centerstage, and what is that? But I think Centerstage is the people, and I am so blessed to be able to do. I've been in theater my whole life, and this has been my dream to be a managing director, and I'm so thankful. And I want to say a big thank you, and you'll get lots of thank yous from us, but personal thank you from me for believing in us over the past 4 years. I'll be wrapping up my 4th year at the end of this month. But thank you so much for believing in us and supporting us. And I have to tell you that we have some really, really big things in store. We've been working on getting all of our ducks in a row, and thank you so much for those who have supported us, who have loved us, who have sent us emails, who have sent us texts, who have come to our shows. They always, I'm like, you haven't seen anything yet. You think this is talent? I mean, these are talents, but we've got so many people that are really rooting for us. So we want to say thank you, a very heartfelt thank you to everyone. I'm not even sure what camera to look at anymore.
You can look straight ahead, but I'm gonna
great.
cut you off because Amanda Jackson donated $500. Thank you so much, Amanda. And Bobby Bronson donated $500, which takes us past the $22,000 line.
All right.
So we have unlocked our $5,000 match. So that is fantastic.
So if I do math correctly, which
I hope you do
hopefully I
because
do
you're the
because I'm the
managing
managing
director.
22,300 plus 5,000 is 27,300.
Yes. Which officially brings us past what we raised last year for spring.
Yes.
Yeah, without being in person and knowing full well that there are people who are not watching right now who are going to.
And I do know that we sitting on my desk at the office are checks for people. If you sent us a check, I'm pretty sure we have received it. But I have to say that whenever we said 35,000, people are like, yeah, you're not, and I'm like, Tristan and I were both like, we will make it. And if we're at 27,000, I know for a fact I have at least $2,000 in checks.
So bring it, y'all, another $5,000. And if we do more, then we more than hit our goal, in which case Angela will dress like a pirate, right?
I will. If we get to $35,000, the opening show, I will be a pirate.
Angela will dress as a pirate. I will too, so you're not alone.
Yes.
So do it. So even though we don't have the visuals, we're visual. We're hearing your visuals. So I just want to go over a couple of those things that I kind of touched on a little bit. The Federal Way economy. Support for Centerstage Theater is support for Federal Way's economy. So if you live in or around Federal Way, as a matter of fact, if you live around Federal Way, it is probable that the biggest city near you is Federal Way. $31.47 per person per event is the average amount spent when someone goes to a nonprofit arts event. It's what they spend in the surrounding community. This does not count their ticket. This is not their ticket to the event. This is they go out somewhere to dinner. They maybe have family in from out of town. And the most recent national study by the Americans for the Arts, they did like a big national study, and that's what they found. So over, let's see, including the ticket sales, that's over $60 invested into the Federal Way economy per person, per ticket that they buy to see one of our shows. So especially in the time that we're facing right now, the economy's hurting. Small businesses are hurting, local businesses are hurting, and we actually have a partnership with We Love Our City, and we work with them a lot to help kind of pump whatever we can into the economy of Federal Way. And so in this time when this is happening, coming to see a nonprofit arts show, giving to a nonprofit arts organization is actually giving to the whole community, which is pretty spectacular. Support for parents in the arts. I know I mentioned this before. Obviously, it's close to my heart. 20% of our hired artists last season were parents. So that's 20% of all of our contractors. That's on-stage, off-stage, directors, everything, were parents, or there were a couple that were caretakers, non-parental caretakers. And then it does say this on the thing about how I won the grant, so I'll just say again that I won a grant. But I won it because Helen kicked my butt into applying for it, so that's why. So parents in the arts, and of course, you support parents who are supporting their kids, you're supporting the whole community. Inclusion and accessibility, support for Centerstage is support for inclusion and accessibility. We began a new tradition this last year, as Angela said, of having a sensory-friendly panto. And let me just tell you real quick. There were, I'm gonna choke up. There were families that came to the panto for us this last year who have, sorry, this is really close to my heart, so I'm so sorry. Who have children who have sensory issues. We had one family, and they told me I could tell their story without names. Their son is on the autism spectrum, and they have to leave him home with a caretaker every year for the panto because they were worried that it would be too much for him. And it was a family tradition, and they would go every year, and they wouldn't tell him where they were going because they didn't want him to feel left out. And then this year was the first year that they brought him. And he came, so sorry. And he came and he watched it with his whole family for the first time ever. And we partnered with Mickey Rowe and National Disability Theater and Helen Marion to make this happen. And it was a big deal. There are theaters bigger than us that are economically more sound than us that have not been able to pull this off. But we really believed in it, and Mickey and NDT and Helen really believed in us, and it broke barriers. That wasn't the only family. There were kids taking pictures, grins from here to here, who have never had an experience like this in their lives. And when you all are donating this $27,000 we have, that's what it's doing. That's what it's doing for these kids and for these families who are coming and having this experience that they wouldn't be allowed to have otherwise. And we're so passionate about it, and it's not gonna stop, and it's just gonna get better. So thank you so much. If you go on the website, the little blonde girl in the picture is my niece. She's amazing. And she sat in the front row and was so excited to be at this performance. People kept coming backstage to the actors and going, whoever the blonde girl in the front row is, she's my favorite. So thank you for supporting this theater as we do this thing. We appreciate you so much. Sorry. a third of a third of our youth that we have on stage, of our actors, are people of color. We strive to hire over 30% of our performers, because the surrounding area, performers and designers, the surrounding area in the greater Seattle area is 30% people of color. So we strive to match that so that you can see that, and we see the fruit of that too. We see, having a little girl who is looking up on stage and Maid Marian looks like her, Robin Hood looks like him that's unbelievable. So thank you for supporting those things that are obviously so close to my heart that I cannot talk about them without weeping. Women in leadership, we have 4 staff members, and we're all ladies. 3 out of 5 of our shows this last season were directed by women. And so we believe really strongly in a female forward leadership team. That's important to us. It's important for people to see, and it's important for people to interact with. I need to calm down.
Trista, I just have to say that Trista doesn't break up very often.
No, I didn't see that one coming at all.
But also, not only what Trista was talking about that we are doing, but we also are a stepping stone for early career theater professionals. Because if you come out of college with a theater degree, you're not going to go automatically to the Fifth Avenue or to the Rep or to Act Theater. So you need that experience. So we are a stepping stone theater. So your dollars actually help us do that. Yeah. We are in our 3rd year, I believe, of our high school internship.
Yes. Oh, I love those kids.
And so if you saw Bye Bye Birdie last year, we had, I think, 12 high school interns. We changed it a little bit this year. We had 4, but that's constantly evolving. So not only are you're helping introduce younger people to
and to continue to break down those barriers.
And to break down the barriers. And so I don't know, can we
got more? Yeah, we've got Refugio. Thank you so much, my friend.
Yay.
Martin Moore gave Susan McKenzie again. Thank you so much. Constance Swank, thank you so much. Bob Kellogg, thank you. Did I miss anybody? I got Refugio. If
you saw on Saturday night.
Yes, you saw Saturday night. He had a hand in that. We'll just say that. Bob Kellogg, thank you so much. And someone, and I don't know if that's the same anonymous that donated $1,000.
I don't know, but we are at 22,800.
Yes, so 22,800 plus the
5,000.
Plus the checks on your desk.
Yes.
Plus giving away another Panto walk-on. So we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
But what we're gonna do is what?
I think we're wrapping.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here live, but this is gonna stay up there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find that slideshow video and I'm gonna put it on our Facebook page so that you can see it. But send this out, friends, family, aunts, uncles, whoever, somebody who wants to support the arts, who wants to support these things that we talked about.
And if you're watching from non-Federal Way or the non-Pacific Northwest, we will still accept your money.
We will do that.
I don't know if my parents are watching.
I don't know.
I don't know. I told them about it. But so from the bottom of our hearts, we want to say a big thank you to all the performers tonight. I don't know if I could even. So we want to say a big thank you to Sam Peters on piano, Jesse Selleck, Cassie Fastabend, Jacob Tice, Tim Duvall, Pratik Shaw, Taylor Davis,
Joshua Gerard. You got it.
I got it all.
Yes, you did. And Shadow Backstage.
And these fabulous people with Seattle Lives. They have been great.
Yes. Thank you all for sticking with us. I know we ran over, but we really appreciate your time. And continue to check back on with us so that as we get the next couple days and we actually put an end to the fundraising in the next couple days. It'll be 2 more days I think you have to give. And so hop on that and we will hop on opening envelopes with checks in them, and we will have a final total for you in a couple days, probably about the time we get our season tickets out.
Yeah. So. All right, so I guess that's it.
This is weird with no one in here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and I would say drive home safely, but hopefully you're already at home.
Whatever you want. Oh, if you dressed up tonight in your nautical wear, take a picture of yourself in nautical wear. Tag at Centerstage Theater. We get $10 donated for every picture up to $1,000. So that's another $1,000.
2 different donors.
Yeah. So put on your pirate hat, sailor thing, whatever, anchor shirt, whatever. Take a picture.
You have a whole week
at Centerstage Theater. Post it on our wall. Free money.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Have a good night.